Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Listen, I'm glad to have you guys here. Today is July 15th, 2019. It's a Monday. And, we're going to get started. Let's open up the charts right here, and let's take a look first at the Bitcoin price. Okay, what I want you guys to notice here is there's two lines underneath here. There's two purple lines. This bottom line right here is your long-term moving average, and I'm going to tell you what. Bitcoin price is dropping down toward that long-term moving average, and long-term moving average is just slightly over $8,000. We've already seen it cross below the shorter-term moving average, but I think that it has a distinct possibility here of setting up a buying opportunity. And this is what I'm looking at. We're at $10,594 on Bitcoin today. And I think that we're undergoing a price correction, and I don't think we're going to go below the long-term moving average. But I think that the gap could very well close a little bit between the price that we are right now and this long-term moving average. I think the gap could close a little bit, so we might be looking at it going down around 93, 94, 9,500. This could be our last big opportunity to get some, quite seriously, because we have a problem with the regulators out there and Tether, and it's a little bit hard to tell just yet, but my gut feeling on it is that they're probably just going to fine Tether. Probably going to make them pay a few fines and stuff. That's my gut feeling on it. I don't think they're going to shut them down. I could be wrong about that, though. I mean, I could be totally wrong. If they do shut Tether down, it's going to have an adverse effect upon the cryptocurrency industry. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're just going to have to pay a few regulatory fines and stuff. But I'm not sure. Let's take a look at a few articles here. And first one I want to take a look at is U.S. wants to ban big tech from issuing digital currencies. And what they're doing is they're going to come down hard on top of Facebook's new Libra currency, and they're talking about making these new laws to stop them. I'll tell you what I noticed here about this new laws. The proposed law that they're putting out right now, and they're saying that they're not going to allow anybody to have a currency that takes over the system like that they already have in place. But if they try, they're going to propose a fine. They're going to fine them. It says the proposal sets a fine of not more than $1 million per day. Well, I got thinking about that for a minute when I first read about it. This fine that they're setting for these companies like Facebook and stuff, $1 million a day, and that sounds like a lot right now. And yes, it is a lot. That's $365 million a year if they were to continue to run. But you got to understand the dollar's going into a hyperinflation pretty soon. And so that $1 million a day, another year from now, that might be chumps change. And these companies then will be able to just go ahead and do what they're going to do anyway and go ahead and pay the $1 million per day. I ever thought about that? It might be chump change, Anyway, let's take a look now at this article right here. The crypto market is setting up for one last major buying opportunity. And, I kind of agree with this article, that this might be the last big buying opportunity coming along where the average normal Joe can actually get in a little bit on this stuff before it gets in too high a prices, The crypto market's going through a rough weekend. Bitcoin fell from 11,400 to 10,400. This should not come as a surprise because we wrote last week that Bitcoin would go through a healthy correction and that the possibility of a continued rise was very low. It's obviously a short to medium-term market call, and it is unrelated to our Bitcoin forecast, which is long-term oriented. with awesome fundamentals. As per our cryptocurrency predictions, we see the ongoing sell-off as a short term as well as a buying opportunity. In other words, no need to panic, only need to prepare a trade, because this might be the last opportunity to get in before the crypto market really takes off. It says, we know, it says in this article, that crypto investors tend to panic every time there is a sell-off. The typical question is, why is crypto selling off? Which unfortunately is a question that does not make sense at all. If anyone is asking why is crypto rising on days they go up double digits. The point is that the crypto market is ultra volatile, so heavy sell-offs are part of the game. See, I totally agree with that. You know, this is just a market correction within a bull market. We just went up too fast. Now we're leveling off a little bit. But, you know, we could level off a little bit more. Like I say, we could level down into the 9,000s. 8,000, I think, is the absolute limit how low we're going to go on this little market correction before it starts to level out and take off again. And so this could create a little bit of a buying opportunity to get in at around 8,000 or 9,000. I mean, in the final result 5 years from now, what's it really going to matter whether you got in at 8,000 or 9,000 so much when Bitcoin is worth like $100,000 a piece, you know, or more? And it could do it a lot quicker than in 2 years. It could do it like probably, might do it within the next year or even less. Well, you see how quick it moves. It was just a few months ago. Remember, it was $3,000 and something for a Bitcoin? And how many people were out there sitting on their hands thinking, well, maybe I should buy a little bit of Bitcoin. Oh, no, not this week. I'm going to go out and buy my lottery tickets. Heck with it, you know? And they didn't buy. They could have got in, like, you know. And I was on here, and I was telling you guys about it then. And when the price was like 3,400 or whatever, you know. You could buy a whole Bitcoin for 3,400. And now we're disappointed. We're actually disappointed when the Bitcoin price is $10,594 right now. Let me refresh the page. $10,578, and we're disappointed today. Shows you it's all your way of thinking. Because if you did buy in back at 3,500, now it's 10,500 for those same coins. You 3 times your money in just a few months. You know? Nothing to be disappointed about. So I don't see it really going below this long-term moving average line here, but I think it could come down and kind of come in between these two moving averages here. So I would put it around 9,500. It could come down that low, around 9,500. Or, you know, I mean, Bitcoin's extremely volatile. It could go up. I mean, you know, but I tend to think that we're going to see it go down in around 9,500 to about where it is now, somewhere in there. So really, already at 10,500, it's already a little bit of a buying opportunity from what it was just a few days ago at 13,800. You know, especially Litecoin. Take a look at Litecoin real quick, and you got to understand the Litecoin halving's coming up. Look at these Litecoin prices today. They're under $100. They're $92. $92 for a whole coin. I'm going to tell you something. A few years from now, I bet you that Litecoins will be the same price Bitcoin is right now. A few years from now, maybe 2 years from now. And now you can get them for $92. $92. They'll probably be $10,000 a piece. A couple years from now. But what will Bitcoin be if Litecoin is $10,000 each? What will Bitcoin be? That's my question, you know. Anyway, listen, thank you guys for listening to this show. And we'll catch you very, very soon again with another market report on the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies. Bye-bye, guys.